12:25 p.m. out here in the woods as well. We've got a little bit of a break in the precipitation that we've been having as they continue. At least all morning long, I have heard the sounds of many aircrafts overhead, adding that much more to keep this going. And it's hilarious to watch the meteorological reports that they were airing at the noontime hour. No, just cannot agree with none of that anymore. But it is cold, windy, wet. We're under 50 degrees Fahrenheit, and of course with this wind, yeah, quite a lot chillier feeling than that. I've already been out here this morning and did a quick feeding for those that were present, and yeah, these guys are miserable with this weather. Yeah, we're expecting more precipitation. That's why I'm out here at this hour, just to add that much more, because it's hard telling, you know, whether the next feeding time that rolls around will actually be an available feeding hour. So, yeah. But everybody seems to be faring quite well, regardless. There are other cats that's out in the weeds here. I don't know if they're waiting to come up or if they're just hanging out or what. For some reason, I had a funny feel earlier today. Actually, I was more than that. I could hear a little bit of rustling to some leaves out here. And so I went ahead and looked out my bedroom window, and on this leaned over tree right here, there was a squirrel on the tree that was staring directly at me through my bedroom window as I was looking out at it. And I went to grab my phone, and no sooner did I have phone in hand and camera just about ready to rock and roll, and the squirrel decided nope, and he hopped down and scurried off into the leaves. But it was still rather nifty. Oh, sorry, my lady. What you doing, little kitten? Oh, of course. You guys want to come right up. What's the matter, huh? You're all right. My lady, come on now. I don't know why you always feel you gotta get right on the food. You got a little bit of a wet butt there. Anyways, yeah, I just decided to throw a little bit of woodland or cat content. How you doing? How's Tiny doing? Out there, and yeah, just wasting some time. I think these guys are rather happy to see me. Right, Tiny? Huh? All right, buddy? Yeah, good guy. Oh, and again. What are you doing? Come on now. All right, come on. There's food over there. Get out. Yeah, okay. All right, guys, I gotta go inside. All right, come on, get out of there. I know that's your little tactic to get me to stick around out here longer, huh? Right. Well, it is getting a little brighter out here, but I think this is, yeah, we're starting to see a little bit of blueness. Oh, hey, there's the greater light there. Yeah, I forgot that we're still quite early on in the hours of the day. Well, yeah, coming through pretty decent. And yeah, while watching the news today, man, they had people, viewers that sent it. What? That sent in videos and photos from the weather that we were experiencing, and yeah, rainbows, and yeah, and I probably missed a couple of opportunities for rainbows yesterday, but yeah, it is what it is. Quite surprised to actually be seeing this right here. Well, okay, fine, fine, fine. If you guys really, and she's got to just climb right in the bowl. Goofy cat. Why don't you go ahead and join them? Anyways, while we're right here, yeah, why not zoom in on this? Wobbling around. Yeah, I probably won't see any. Nah, that anomaly is just not going to come through. Not with this amount of filtration. But, oh, possibly. No, once again. Yeah. Yeah, doubtful. Alright, whatever. That's a bad habit to get into. Oh. Huh. Alright. Yeah, we can see some faint breaks in the action back in here. There we go. But yeah, more precipitation, or so-called precipitation, is on the way. We'll end it right there. Well, we're still out here. Now I've been sighted, being screamed at. Where you at? Yeah. Yeah. Being hollered at. Seven a.m. Do you guys actually know the reality behind this? Do you know what's really going on with the White House and this demolition and remodeling? Have you seen the pictures of the plans through Donald Trump of the ballroom? We are talking the new global headquarters for the Freemason Society. Okay? This is what he is unveiling right here. They are the controllers of the good majority of this place we call home, regardless of what country you're in, unless, of course, it is those countries that will not bow down to that society. Okay, right here, those plans are, if you know the Freemason Society, as I have come to realize, then you will understand all of this. I've got more to state. pertaining to Donald Trump, some of the things that he's come out with, that, you know, the ultimate outcome is this reset in order to advance artificial intelligence and to have that lead us into the future and beyond. And I'll go ahead and provide a little bit of proof of that. But when it comes down to such idiocracies, such as renaming the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, but yet our official language is English and not American. Okay? And of course we already have, you know, the penny that is no longer being minted in order to bring forth false, fake currency. Okay? And of course all these people are in on this together. They have been for the longest of time. Okay? We got two wings of one bird. Now, through Joe Biden, the official bird of this country, the American bald eagle, which throughout my whole life was known as this country's symbol. 9:45 a.m. I got to make this quick because I'm out here in the rain getting poured on. And I can't do much with my phone because the screen's getting wet. But this looks like a crime scene out here. And I want to say that it is directly linked to crime, as well. AT&T apparently is the ones that has put this cautionary stuff up, because I seen an AT&T truck parked alongside the road earlier. And I've already explained the connection between AT&T and law enforcement and what's been going on here. Okay? Now then, let's go ahead and continue on. Screw it. Donald Trump and Columbus Day. What the hell is that? Okay, let's go ahead and just flat out call him a liar when it comes down to recognizing Columbus as discovering this country, which he did not do, because if you know your history, he was given navigation charts. Navigational charts in order to sail his way here. He did not discover squat. Okay? So right there, you know, yeah. Okay, that's part of the reset. Why? Because eventually it is going to incorporate taking down what is known as the Constitution. Okay, because, well, there's plans on going back to the Magna Carta. Okay? And this has been discussed for many, many years. NESARA, GESARA, and all that good stuff. Okay? And the financial institution was originally set up through who? The Knights Templar, right? The Freemasons. Okay? Start adding all this stuff up together, people, and you're going to realize so much more about all the deceptions and the corruption in order to bring about this new reset for this upcoming artificial age that we are already in the midst of. Do you realize this? Okay? And furthermore, the ballroom, in my theoretical opinion, is in order to coronate the new future king, known as King John, which, if you know Mr. Gregory, or of Mr. Gregory, you might know what I'm speaking of. Alright? Oh, I'm going to discuss that much more. Just hang tight. Maybe. Alright, let's continue on at the time of 10:45 a.m. As, well, we're getting a little break from the rain. Even though it is still currently raining out here. Okay, and yeah, the hell with that. I'm just blurring out once again. So why am I spouting off about all this? Well, I've got a couple of links that I'm going to be providing down in the description, just as the attempts to try to prove that much more. Because after all, I've been at war with this platform and Google, and who knows whom else behind the scenes that continues to shadow ban my content, as well as so many other issues that I have encountered over the years since I began my channel. It's very frustrating, but you know what? Doesn't matter. As long as I reach a couple of people out there, as I have numerous times throughout the years, in the efforts to help bring about realities of situations, which I have attempted to do so throughout the history of this channel, little by little, leading us up to this point, as I have been led up to this point virtually throughout my whole life, ever since I was 6 years old, and I started having encounters and experiences with the paranormal, supernatural, so on and so forth. And I've recounted this many a times on my channel. And, you know, the evidences are there within my previous content. Over one recording that I have attempted to share multiple times now. Oh, look at there. Must have got hit by a droplet of water. Clear that off. And to where I show this, whatever it was, up in the sky overhead that had these rings emanating from it. And within whatever this was, there was multiple black objects. And those have been severely pixelated. That recording, regardless of how I have formatted and put it on to my channel, they have pixelated the skies. This has been going on since I started my channel. Why? Because I exposed too much reality. That is why. Alright, just like the stupid nonsense with the monkeys around this community and exposing that nonsense. Oh, what do we got here? Well, people just love to get into my recordings, don't they? Anyways, continuing on. So ever since the early age of 6 years old, I have had very strange encounters and experiences once again. I was given 3 revelations of my future life of what would occur. Those revelations have become reality. although not necessarily to the T, if you will, but they have become reality. I used to have experiences of astral projection or out-of-body experiences, OBEs. I have met entities through these experiences. Once again, when I was very young, these experiences ended up leaving me with night terrors for many years, not being able to remember exactly what spurned or spawned these terrors. But there was one occasion to where in one of these, well, it appeared to me as being a dream state, although it was in fact an out-of-body experience. But I, of course, back when I was younger, experienced it as a dream, okay? And I met a family, father, mother, daughter, and son. All of them dressed in blue, all of them being blonde-haired, blue-eyed. I've recounted this a couple of times in my past content. In the second link that I provide, I now understand that encounter. A cry for help, I would imagine. We would hold very lengthy conversations, of which, to this day, I still cannot recall those conversations. Apparently, it was to set me on the pathway of, well, once again, that's led up to this point. While I was young and in school, of course, I went through the GATE program. If you don't know what that is, research. Well, I'm going to have to continue this later, as I am, even though it is still somewhat precipitous out here, precipitous, whatever. I am seeing my buddy that's come up to visit, and I'm going to go down and visit with him. I'll be back. We'll continue on. And once again, continuing on at 11:11 a.m. this morning. It was good to see Spirit. He was over thrilled to see me. I would have liked to have spent more time with him, but yeah, I won't even go into that. That's reserved for cat content, which, well, I got quite a few recent recordings that I'm not sharing. And in fact, speaking of sharing, because nobody seems to share their thoughts and opinions anymore on my channel and in the comment section, I might just go ahead and close the comment section from here on out. I'm still debating over that one. And you know, I could care less what anybody has to think about me or my narratives, because after all, I provide nothing but proofs and evidences throughout, once again, the history of my channel. Yep. Oh, by the way, this suit was nothing more than an insurance agent that was out here taking pictures of the complex. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, it appears as though I am going to have to take us back out to the woods in order for me to continue on, as spirit has followed me up and in tow. So is my lady and the other little one. And of course, you know, we can't have any more cat killings due to the irresponsible natures of certain individuals around here, right? Well, I guess I have to employ a new tactic. And of course, we got jet aircraft coming overhead, adding to the mixture here in order to incorporate more precipitation. Yeah, sounds like we might even have a spy craft out here. Sounds like it. Anyways, once again, trying to get these cats to come back up here. Come on. Get up here. Now then, people, understand the relationships that I have with nature. As I have shown many examples. Yeah, buddy, I know you miss me so much, don't you? Huh? The guy that started it all. Ooh, okay, I see. Yeah, jealousy. And that's what I was trying to avoid. Yeah, as always. Come on. So I guess I have to continue on out here, right? Just to make these guys happy. Right, buddy? Huh? Yeah. He was just voicing his little bit of displeasure. Yeah. He is not taking kindly to the new members up here. But then, you know, he's relocated himself anyways. Just like many of these cats do. So I am going to go ahead and I guess hang out here for a little bit longer. So continuing on. So within these two links that I'll be providing, one is an interview with Whitley Webb. I have found her to be quite informative. The second link is what really shocked me when I seen the thumbnail. Because what you see in the thumbnail is what brought back this situation of this family that I encountered when I was so young. The resemblance is just so uncanny that it literally kind of startled me when I seen the thumbnail. And then once I got watching that video, wow. And of course, you know, I brought up my little theoretical tidbits over the grays, the tridactyls, the boogosphere. You know, once again, you know, more and more people are now using that phrase that I've been using for quite some time about connecting the dots. Yes, I am an enigma, and I'm proud of it. Unfortunately, even though I continue on with my content, my thoughts, trying to be transparent as possible. It's not getting me anywhere, is it? And I don't care. Too many people are on the wrong path. And where we're going with artificial intelligence, I mean, yeah, for those that want to have faith in the good book, the Bible, it tells you about AI. You just have to understand or learn to understand what it is that you are reading for yourselves, not through the words behind some person up on the stage or behind a pulpit or what have you. Instead of going out researching this, that, and the other thing, maybe you should just allow things to come to you. But then that only happens to those that are awakened to this so-called reality. I've rambled on long enough. I'll leave it at that. Yeah, 11:30. We got, well, I do believe, back in here. Where'd you go, buddy? Rusty. Oh, there he is. Oh. Yeah, he's, well, quietly maneuvering about the branches. The blue jays have been squawking. I've had a couple of sparrows come out here. Of course, all those that have gotten used to past beating, what do I want to say, measures. This guy does not want to leave my side. Oh, there we go. Sound of one of the blue jays. Yeah, you know what, I don't care. I think I'm just going to slap a whole bunch of content together and call it good, you know, regardless if it makes sense or not. Doesn't really matter, does it? After all, I'm just showing and sharing portions of this thing called life. Or this so-called life of mine. Which really is not much of a life at all. So anyway, getting back to that second link in the video there of the guy that's being interviewed, and he's talking about time travel and the linear timeline. If you happen to watch his hand movements and gestures when he's talking about this linear timeline, he starts to move his hand in a circular motion. To me, that indicates that he was wanting to, yes, bring about the time loop. And you know, once again, you want to understand time travel, the weather modification, UFOs, and all that, you know, go over to my other channel because I explain it all there, and I've got recordings of, you know, others that speak about all of this, even though it is sped up rather quickly, and which I've gotten some past criticisms over that. Tough. It is what it is. We're talking about a 4-hour long interview with those that was involved in the Montauk facilities and all the wild and crazy experiments that took place there, and many of those are still continuing to this day. Yeah. Yeah, we're talking about a weather modification device that was connected to a chair, if you will, from a so-called flying saucer, which ended up opening up portals, whether to other planets or dimensions, who knows. But of course, once again, now we have this rhetoric kicking off, and now a new space race to get back to the moon, and from there to Mars, okay? And in 2027, of course, we will have just so much chaos and confusion and war. And I mean, you just won't believe what is coming. And of course, we got the cat killers out here, so lazy she cannot walk her demon dog anywhere else. Once again, you know, it's just that much more instigation. And once again, two kittens have recently disappeared. Okay? These cats have been around much, much longer than those idiots. And they think they have rights when they have done criminal acts to where they have violated their rights. And nobody's doing a damn thing about it. That's the type of pathetic world that we live in today. Coming back up, huh? Yeah, demon dog put a little bit of scare into you, huh? Well, it's bad enough that, you left because of, this type of situation. Yeah. Yeah, he was used as a tool in a conspiracy against me. Okay? And I've already shown the main conspirator, one of them. Yeah, man, spirit just once again up and took off. Yeah. Hey, China. Yeah, hi, girl. How you doing? Huh? Yeah. Go ahead and grab something to eat. No treats. I'm sorry. Yeah. Go ahead. Oh, I got this one down here next to me. Didn't even realize it. Go ahead and eat, girl. Okay? Okay? Yeah, it's starting to appear as though it's going to begin raining again. Yeah, I guess I'm going to head inside. Going to do a couple more things out here and try to continue on with my day. Don't know if I'll, come out with anything further. Yeah, enough is enough.